Hi, I'm Rollie Williams and I'm playing in the Pool US Open. Now, I'm not that good, so I'm gonna get absolutely killed. But for the next 10 weeks, I'll be training with some pro players to try to get as good as possible. This is the road to the US Open. This is Hunter Lombardo. He is the expert and he is gonna be training me today. Hunter, what am I doing wrong right now and what are we gonna do to fix it?
Well, how about we talk a little bit about what you're doing right?
Okay.
And the biggest thing that you do right is you've got a great attitude, Rollie.
Cool.
You can do a lot with that.
Like Rudy.
Yeah, but in pool, I guess, why was that, football?
I think he played for
Notre Dame. Wow, we're like so connected right now.
Wow.
That's what really makes the relationship of the coach and player connection.
Shared experiences.
Yeah. Today we're going to cover foundation. We're going to go over your stance, balance, and setup. A little bit of alignment, but we're going to find out the technique that's going to match Rollie's physique.
Okay, and right now, how would you describe my physique?
Like numbers-wise, like 1 to 10?
Yeah, give me a number.
Can we go in half? Like, can we
Look,
do?
you're the
half
boss.
increment?
You say whatever you want.
6.5.
6.5. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was hoping to get into that 70th percentile, but you know what?
Well,
room for improvement.
Well, that's like 65%. We're getting close.
Okay. Well,
maybe after
I'm wounded. I feel hurt, but you got to take the good with the bad. You do.
Well, again, you have to accept the pain just as much as you accept the pleasure, and we can build from that pain.
Man, now you're speaking my language. Let's get into it.
Okay. I want you to draw all of these. So you're going to set up. Let's start off with the 4, and you're going to draw all of them because I need to get him doing things that he's uncomfortable with because that's where we're going to show where the breakdown happens.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Make sure we get that part. Great. Okay, now let's set one straight up like we originally were going to do. Let's go ahead and straight shot, and you're going to draw it back.
Draw back just as far
as
I can.
Try to draw back to right where you are. Okay. And just stay down on the shot when you're finished. Stay there. Okay. Where the pain now gets revealed. Stay where you are. Go ahead and get down. Rollie?
Yeah.
With this 6.5 physique, what are we weighing in at right now?
181.
And what are some of the activities you do to keep this 6.5 going?
I'm cycling every day.
Okay, so
I ride my bike probably 10 miles
So
a day.
it's safe to say with him being a cyclist that he's got a stronger lower half more so than a stronger upper half.
That's true.
Okay,
yeah.
So get back into the position you were.
All right.
Stay right where you are. Okay, great. And you're at, what's the weight again?
181.
181, okay. So we're gonna take this, just my pinky.
Okay.
I weigh about, I don't know, I'd say 145,
okay.
Soaking wet.
Got
so
it.
let's set you back down. And let's just take a peek at Rollie's balance. So you can see that his weight's wanting to go that way. So if we were to make an alteration with your stance, how could we get your weight to be a little bit more even?
Widen the stance in.
Okay, that's one way, but would you feel comfortable being that wide?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
Maybe
okay.
not.
Why don't you set up?
All right. Set up wide.
Yeah, set up to, let's make it straight. Why don't you make the shot straight for me? Okay. All right. Okay, so now we've got definitely some more stability here.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the start. So do you feel more stable versus if you were to go back to where?
Yeah, I probably feel more stable here.
Okay, so how about we go ahead and hit a shot
Okay.
with now your feet in that new position. And let's see if it gives us a different result. And just stay where you are. Okay, so you made the ball this time,
Yeah.
but if we were to talk, stay right where you are. If we were to talk about it, where does your weight feel like it's now? If there was a lean happening, is your lean to the right or your lean to the left?
I'm leaning maybe to the right now
Okay,
when I'm
see
down.
now you're tapping into a little bit more of your awareness of your body. So
Okay.
people out there, body awareness is everything when it comes to you making changes with your fundamentals. And so we're going to focus a little bit right now on creating a little better sense of your body awareness.
Okay.
Okay? Because right now, a lot of players, they live in an illusion where they think that some of these deep talks that we're going to have today with saying, oh, you should feel where your balance is with your feet, where's your foot at here, where's your knee at. They think there's no nonsense, but I'm here to show you that there is even sense and nonsense, and that's developing a better sense with your body awareness. Now, can you tell me a little bit about what's going on here? See how wide you are?
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm like trying to align my body over what I perceive the line of the cue ball is going to be.
Okay, so how about we take this, and are your shoulders that wide?
No.
Okay, so how about we stand like as if you're shoulder width.
How's that?
Okay, and then so the only changes that we've made now, we're making enhancements. We're going to make enhancements first, then we're going to slowly make changes.
Okay.
So now that you're a little bit more shoulder width, now come into the shot. Okay, did you find it to be a little bit less movement coming in?
Yeah. I mean, it was easier to find that center line.
Okay, great. Okay, so
have it shoulder width.
we're on to something. Set up, shoulders width. Okay, great. Your left foot's out a little bit more. Do you feel more centered?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm really leaning one way or another.
Okay, so go ahead. All right. How did it feel?
Pretty good. I think I feel like maybe I'm a little far away from the balls, but maybe that's just.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you feel that you're a little bit far away. So what is something that you could do to change that?
I could line up a little closer to everything. I
And
suppose.
what do you mean a little bit closer?
So like right now I'm kind of,
A little
maybe
too far away from the table?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, one thing that most tables have in common, depending on how high the light's been hung, is there's always a shadow that's created, as you can see here. Matt, if you can go ahead and there's always a shadow that's been created around the table. So how about we go ahead and have a starting point? Let's start at the shadow of the table, okay? Now, it might feel a little cramped,
Yeah.
but let's kind of take a better approach with our attitude and just say it's unfamiliar. Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
And just to be clear, you imbued me with a bad attitude and then made my attitude better. So, I didn't have a bad attitude to begin with, just for the record.
Just playing it safe.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and come in. Definitely smaller movements.
Yeah.
Definitely smaller movements. And as you can see here, we look at his stance. Look at his feet. It's more so underneath him, not outside of him, where your balance can get off. And then you're going to try to start to sway yourself into the shot versus now your center's created because you're right above your center. So go ahead and set up. And you're more compact.
Yeah.
Okay. And as you can see, Rollie, go ahead and move your left foot forward. You notice how no matter where our feet go, your hands are always going to follow. So if you're someone that sets up like this, and then all of a sudden you get into a stance like this, well, what's going to be the tendency? Your hands are going to want to follow that. Well, that's not going to take you into line. Now you're going to have to start creating torques and become a contortionist. And this is after a while. Can it work in the beginning? Can you learn how to make that work if you practice something? Yeah, of course we can. All of us can make bad habits work. But it's going to start to really break down at crucial moments, and that's when you're feeling pressure.
Like the U.S. Open.
Yeah, like Rollie will be experiencing what pressure is really all about. So now you can see that no matter which way we go, our hands follow our feet. So with you setting up, why don't you just have that in mind? Have that in mind, like when you come to the shot. Okay.
So,
Yep. Go ahead and just feel it. Yep.
yeah, I'm much more over the shot, or over my
Okay,
body
great.
now.
And so now we'll take a look at it, and we can see how his right hand, being a right-hander, if you're a lefty like myself, then you would see that it'd be here. He's now anatomically stacked, okay, in one line. So this hand is following the foot, and now his left foot is somewhat in the vicinity of his armpit, okay, or just slightly outside of it. So the broader you are, you're going to find that your foot's going to be further out to the left versus being more so into you. Rollie's a little bit more broad than me, and that's why he's a 6.5. If he starts working on his upper half as much as he does working on his lower half with his, riding his bike around the park, we're going to get you more towards maybe an 8, broadening the shoulders.
Are you saying that you're under a 6.5 right now?
No. I'm saying I'm probably more so a 7.5 because of my personality.
Got it. So I'm gonna try to.
Okay, so now we're getting much more sense of where things are following. Okay, great. Does that now look better? How did it feel, Rollie?
It felt good.
Yeah.
It felt really good. Yeah, I'm not as stretched out. I think stretching out maybe puts me off balance.
Well, what's going to happen is your hand, it's slowly, the more and more what you're doing, you're disconnecting part of yourself from the shot, and you want to kind of come into it as a unit. Great. And you can see there was a slight shift with his weight where you shifted back because now he's finding where his center is. Excellent. Much cleaner.
Yeah, it feels clean.
Yeah, much cleaner. All right, so now let's go back to your initial setup.
Okay.
So if we look, okay, with some of the things that we've covered, we've now have slightly gone into balance. What else? What are some of the things now you're starting to feel than before we got started?
Centering your weight over your body instead of kind of out,
Okay.
and kind of keeping a more compact stance.
Okay, so far all I've done with Rollie is make suggestions, but it was Rollie that made the decisions, and through that's how now we are finding a technique and approach that's going to match your physique.
Right.
Okay. So set up how you were. Okay. And what's going to be something that we're going to definitely be a little bit more mindful of when we do set up are
feet shoulder width apart.
Shoulder width apart. What about distance? What about your depth?
I'm going to be a little
Distance control.
closer. Try to be a little closer to the table than I was before.
Okay.
And that will allow me to be right over my body instead of leaning way forward.
Okay. Great. And so even from things that we covered from lesson 1, you can see now it's much easier for Rollie to go ahead and let his lead arm mold to the table. We could probably make that thumb a little bit stronger. There we go, by creating a better fulcrum or a wedge for him to allow that cue to glide, which is going to take a little bit of resistance and pressure off his back arm to be able to move with ease. And then he can feel the weight of the cue. He can feel how much coverage he has with his hand on the cue. Okay.
Blew it.
It's okay. Well, there's a lot going on right now. So, we're putting your focus on more than just one thing. I mean, prior to this, you only had one care in the world, and that was getting the ball in.
Yeah. Boy, I just remember my life before this. What a rube I was. What a country J.
Okay. Okay, great. So we look at it, definitely more centered. Bridge hand's better. Arms fitting the table. Nice even transition. So everything's beautiful, but because of Rollie's focus on all these things, we now have to also remember you've got to now be able to flip to saying, okay, where am I trying to put this? Because right now, I mean, all your focus is here, and now what used to be your complete focus is now becoming kind of like a generalization to where you're not getting as specific with the pocket.
Right.
So now that we're getting more specific with his body, he's got to now start to get more specific with what's in front of you and what you're setting up to. So let's take everything that we've put together, and now look, as you're setting up and you're telling me, hey Hunter, now I'm here and I can find the line better and I feel more even with my weight. Well, like, let's give the shot a little bit more respect. Just because you're feeling better doesn't mean it's going to go in.
I was disrespecting the shot.
Okay? Don't be like that.
Sorry.
That's what's going to keep you at a 6.5.
Damn.
Pick a part of that pocket when you're doing your new setup.
All right. How about right where the leather meets the corner?
Okay, so Matt, is he? Can we get a little bit better here with the table and the shadow and stuff? Like, what are we doing here? Are you afraid you're gonna fall off into the great beyond or what?
No, I just wasn't thinking.
Okay.
I was thinking about the pocket. Okay.
Yeah. Well, take your time. It's all right. Sort it out.
There we go. Right there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, looking good back here. The rest is up to you, Rollie. Excellent.
Felt really good.
And it looked really good.
Thanks. It looked like a 7.
In the making, yeah.
Hey, all right.
In the making.
All right. Okay, that was a tiny little minute detail that really has so much more to it than I ever thought possible. Thank you, Hunter, for all this wisdom.
I feel kind of like a lion
Okay.
taking care of one of its cubs.
Oh, that's nice.
That's I got to teach you how to hunt. Teach you to go outside properly. And, be more like your dad.
You feel like you're my dad?
Some kind of, yeah.
You know how I know you're not my dad, Hunter? Because you don't talk to me about trains often enough.
Oh, your dad's got a thing for the trains?
Fucking loves trains. What's that? Yeah.
Well, I mean, what's happened today is that, you can't care about things that you normally don't pay attention to or you're not aware of. And now you're starting to place care on the things that matter and that they're going to make a difference in your game.
Like relationships. But also like stance. Probably more like stance. Okay, well, thank you so much. See you guys next time.